Welcome to This Toast is For You, a podcast celebrating the people who make our lives better. I'm your host, Kay Elizabeth, a licensed counselor, coach, and PhD, and I interview delightful people who support our health through financial stability, healthcare, education, the neighborhoods we live in, and the relationships we keep. So give a listen if you are in need of a dopamine hit, or if you like toast, because this toast is for you.
My name is Kelly Dardis. I live in Ennis and I do a lot of volunteer work, and I live in a very gracious, community-focused place. And I own 2 dogs. I don't know.
No, that's perfect.
Okay.
I understand that you are a part of some sort of volunteer group. What is it and how did you get involved?
It's the Greater Federation of Women, and anybody can start a club under their umbrella in their hometown or where they live. The idea is unity through diversity, and what can we as helping hands do to better the lives of those around us? How can we find a need and meet the need in the community where we live? There's also this larger arm of it where if you're interested in helping nationally or internationally, they're like involved with Heifers International, and they're involved in like dogs, raising dogs for service animals and those kind of things. So they have the Greater Federation of Women has collaborators on a larger scale. So wherever your interest lies. I got involved because my neighbor Jo knocked on the door and she's like, well, we have this women's group and you should help out and join. And I was like, okay. And here's some cookies. Like, yeah. So it was just a neighbor knocking on the door.
Did you know Jo before she knocked on your door?
No, I did not. No, we'd moved in like a week. We'd been living here and we're still settling in. And she was like, she kept driving by looking for the opportune time. Jo came with the purpose of, you know, we have a great group of ladies. We want you to feel welcome to the community. If you just, you know, want to make a bunch of friends, we have lunch. And I was like, okay, I don't know about these lunch things. Turns out the lunch things are great. You know, somewhere around 60 women come for lunch once a month. Just talk about what we've done in the previous month. What have you done? What have we done? There's reports and food, and so I do like the lunches for social time. Yeah. So, no, I didn't know Jo. She knocked on the door and came in, and she had a little blue apron. So all the women's club have blue aprons that say Greater Federation of Women. They look like a blue version of the Home Depot orange apron. So people know who we are. So we don't, it's not like some random people coming into the shop with the clipboard saying, here's what we're doing. We want participation. So she came in her little blue apron, and now I have a little blue apron.
So this woman literally, she kind of like stalked you almost. Like, I don't know, that's not the right term. I don't want to, but she literally watched you to see when it would be the right time, and then showed up with cookies with her apron and was like, join us, come eat lunch.
I'll pick you up at 11:30 for lunch in 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, see you then.
Wait, did she really?
Yeah. Came by in 2 weeks and took me to lunch with all the ladies and said, this is Kelly. She's going to be joining us. And I'm like, I am. Yes, I am. Where do I sign?
Okay, so you go to this group. It's 60 women, you and Jo, 60 women sitting around having lunch. What are people doing?
So they give some historical things of, we used to trap skunks and sell the skins. You know, so they give a historical, remember when we did this, and then we hear about someone, the thank yous in the community, thank you for helping with this scholarship, or the vets got a new roof on their building. Thanks to the ladies for helping with that. Here are some of the future plans that we have. We're doing the bricks project, or we're working on this, and who wants to get involved in that? Building free little libraries, or the birthday boxes, or the manor project, whatever those are. We keep people going because some of the ladies are a little older and they can write thank you cards for us. So there's always a place for someone to help out and get involved.
I have so many questions. Who wants skunk pelts?
I don't know. I don't know. At least it wasn't the meat. One of the projects was to put up, I think we had a goal of like 2 or 3 little free libraries. I think we ended up with 10 little free libraries that we put up around the community. And then each little free library, wherever it is, at the bank or the park or the laundromat, whatever, one of the ladies in the club is a steward of it. So we check them weekly to make sure there's books in it, and the library helps to refill the books if needed. So we just think about how can we not carry all the weight of what we're doing so that we're all overwhelmed and burned out. We think beyond just who's in this room, into the community as well. So like the library helps out with that when they're ready to pass on books or magazines, things like that. And you'd be surprised when you put books in those little free libraries, like at the Lions Club Park, where they play softball and baseball and stuff. Keep it filled with kids' books, and it's always empty. That thing is always empty. So we're always having to keep up with it.
That's not just building a library, a little free library. That's building it. That's finding a place to locate it. It's getting permission to place it there. It's maintaining it. It sounds like it's also collaborating with the library. This is no small thing, and that's just one. You also mentioned what's the birthday box?
Oh, God. So we try to have a community member come in monthly, and share what they're doing in the community, whether it's the parks or the rivers or the library or the teachers or the local fiddlers group. We sponsor the fiddlers and send all the little kids that play fiddle to camp. So they come in and tell us what they're doing so we can get involved. And the birthday boxes is the food bank folks came in and talked about the community and hunger and what their job and their mission is. So from that, I was like, why don't we do birthday boxes instead of just bringing in canned foods and ragu and noodles? Let's do something that's kind of fun. So we put together, we called them a box, and then it turned out to be a really large bag because boxes were really huge. So we got really huge birthday bags and filled them with everything you would need for a kid party. Cake and icing and candles and cake decorations and gift cards to local shops so parents could buy presents. And then we put invitations and party favors and decoration, just everything you need for a party for a kid, that somebody going to the food bank could pick up the bag and take it home and have a birthday party for their kid. We did a couple for graduation. It was close to high school graduation time. I think there were a couple thrown in there for baby showers. So there were baby shower bags. You get all the stuff collected. Who's getting all the cake boxes and the oil, and then we all get together and have dinner and fill the boxes. Or now they're bags because the boxes are not big enough. So we fill huge party bags and wrapping paper and everything. It's a lot of stuff. Where we just fill a couple cars up and drive it down to the food pantry. That's a fun one because it's super easy to do. It's so simple. And we get together and have dinner and laugh and have a good time doing something for the community. And we have a ball doing it. It's not like it's hard, right?
I don't think that sounds easy at all. I mean, you're talking about decorations, you're talking about food, you're talking about gift certificates, you're talking about, I mean, this is not a one-step process.
If you could plan your own kid's birthday party, you can plan to get a bunch of things together and put them in a bag, right? For other children. But like everybody has what they do well. And then we just kind of all do our thing.
And maybe sometimes that thing is trapping skunks and skinning them?
I know. That's how they were raising money. This club has been around a long time. A very long time. So the Greater Federation of Women, our chapter here in Ennis, which is the Madison Valley Women's Club, our chapter has a thrift store called Nearly New here in Ennis. Jo works on Wednesdays and she's like, well, you should do this too. And I was like, okay. So I work on Wednesdays, volunteer work at the thrift store, as do about 14 of us. And we were the original planning a project group. We did birthday bags, we did the Manor project. And it got to be that there were so many projects going on that the board's like, well, maybe we should not just call this the Wednesday group. And it changed names to the Project Posse, and invite any one of the women in the club to join us. The project we just finished was the Manor project, where we and the community, we organized, the whole community showed up to redo the Manor's break room. And the Manor is a grant-run retirement home for our community members that are in their final stages of life. And we wanted to celebrate the folks who work there and give of themselves. So their break room was very institutionalized, and we're like, we could do better than that. So we did a silent auction and went all around. Jo, he did the talking and I held a clipboard. And I mean, Jo drummed up like, well, this is what we're doing for the Manor. And the Manor down the street. Oh, yes, we do. And here's what the Women's Club is doing. And we need either a gift certificate that we can raffle off. We made bouquets of gift certificates to restaurants. And if a business didn't have something to physically give us for a silent auction, she got them to give us gift certificates for a raffle. And, 10 tickets for $20 or whatever. We had baskets and services. Like it's a hunting community. So you could win from the raffle an opportunity to get your deer whatever it is they do with deer after you make it in. I don't know what it is. I don't hunt. Go to the they'll put it all together for you and take it home for free. So we had all this stuff and we raised $8,600 to put in a coffee machine, and they had a refrigerator at the Manor that didn't work. So we got them a new refrigerator, and the local furniture store, Ennis Home Furnishing, we got it for like a song. So we got a new microwave and a new refrigerator, and we bought them an espresso machine and new furniture and rugs, and just I got them an AC unit in the break room. So we just redid the whole break room, and coffee mugs from a local artist, and someone made table runners to go down the middle of the table. So if they couldn't donate to the raffle and silent auction, people made things to put in the break room itself from local community members.
Wow.
So while the Women's Club kind of organized it, the community and all the artists stepped up. The women's group has challenged ourselves, 7 or so communities around Montana, to raise money to help libraries beyond our own library. So if we want to help the libraries, like the libraries on reservations, and increasing the reading programs and making sure that their libraries are filled with any books and all the amazing things, So a local artist stepped up and said, hey, I take pictures. I'm a photographer. What if we put together a book with all of my photography and we sell the book and all the money we could raise if we go to the libraries, and all the kids that graduate from high school can apply and get a full ride scholarship to college because we have that nearly new shop.
Wait, what? Can you go? Did you just say that high school students can get a scholarship to go to college?
All of them.
What do you mean all of them? How does that
We're a
work?
small town, so I'm talking like 20 to 24 students. So but we do a lot of scholarships. We do a lot of continuing education scholarships as well. Like folks that, here's an example. We have a small medical clinic here in town that serves a large area, a lot of rural area. And one of the ladies that works there wants to go back to school and get training, continuing education type of training, and be certified to manage medical records, and it's going to cost $1,000. So we are happy to and always give out the money. So you just say, hey, I'm going to do this and it's going to serve the community, and here's the cost, $1,000. So we're like, okay, we give her $1,000. Or I guess you go through the school, you pay the tuition at the school so that she can attend and continuing education. We had a community member that went back for, there is a name for this, horseshoey, because we're a ranching community and we need more horseshoer people that, I don't know what it is. I'm a teacher. Furrier? Yeah, whatever that is. And they went and got trained and we paid for their training to come back and take care of the furrier, whatever, the horseshoes. Yeah. We have another place that does equestrian therapy, counseling therapy for vets. We gave her enough money to sponsor 2 women because she was starting an all women's group, counseling group with horses, and we sponsored 2 women vets to come to Montana and partake in equestrian therapy to heal some of the wounds that came along with combat as pilots. So our little nearly new shop, where I work on Wednesdays, volunteer on Wednesdays, every single dime goes back into our community or the community at large.
That is some thrift store.
Yeah, we have a big club, and none of it would be possible if we didn't have 14 women going in every Wednesday and checking it and washing it and mending it and cleaning it and hanging. We have a dishwasher. We run the glassware through the dishwasher. On Wednesday, half our team is in the black hole, opening the bags and doing the first sort. And then there's a second stage where the women grab, I'm a second stager. You grab a bin and you open it up and you give it a second look and you put a tag on it for $3 or for 50 cents and put it on a hanger and put it out on the floor. You name it, we've seen it. We get a lot of stuff we don't know what it is. And if it's nearly new, yeah, so if it's nearly new, that's the name, we will put it out on the floor. And so there's a group of women that work in the black hole, the back room, and they go through every bag and everything and every shoe and every hat and look at it, and then we put it in bins. There's a wall of bins, and these are men's clothes and baby clothes sell for 50 cents or a quarter, and we have racks of baby clothes, and baby and kid toys and jeans and jackets and house goods and everything. It's like this huge store where everything tops out at like $3. And so they make a lot of money every month, and every dime of it goes back to the community in scholarships or therapy or the veteran center or the Lions Club Park or the local kids community baseball team or fiddlers. We have a little group of fiddlers that came and played the fiddle at our Christmas party, and we send them to camp, them and their families. I didn't know the whole family had to go. We send the whole family to fiddler camp. it's a pretty big group of ladies. And it's a great community of ladies that get together to do good things.
If you think about someone who's impacted your quality of life significantly, who would that be?
Well, obviously Joe Campbell. Truly, I have gained a friend that has been nothing but a joy and travel buddy and lunch buddy and volunteer friend, and she's definitely made my life better without a doubt, just because she showed up in that little blue apron at my door. And if I could thank a whole group of women, take it to that Wednesday group, the ladies I work with on Wednesday. We know each other's kids and dogs, and we have dinner together, and we get together just to play card games. And this group of volunteer, we call ourselves the Wacky Wednesday group, because we are as different as can be, but we come together with this sense of community. And so I would say this group of women has impacted who I am. Another person I think that has impacted is Vernie, Vurnie, Vernie K, as we call her. I just love to sit down and slow down with her and hear all of the things that the women do, and remember when we did this, and those moments of, it's not just me today and here. There is a whole line of women that have come before me, and we're all just women doing what we're doing and making way for the next women and helping our communities as we go. Jenny Rohrbach is the current president in our organization, and I don't think she realizes what an amazing leader she is. She's just amazing.
Fantastic. Well, cheers to Jenny, Vernie K, Joe, and your Wacky Wednesday group.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Kelly, for looking for that balance in your life, for sacrificing some things in order to gain more for that balance, for providing your time, your energy, your creativity, your organization, your coordination of projects, for being willing to step in and make relationships, which requires a certain element of vulnerability, for wearing your blue apron.
I love that.
For doing some things openly and for doing other things quietly and knowing when to do which. But I think most just for engaging in relationship and using your relationships to do good things, and using doing good things as an excuse as well to build relationships.
Ooh, I like that.
This toast is for you. Cheers.
Thank you. I like that. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's nice to hear those words back too. And it is about the relationship. It really is.
Now it's your turn. Honor someone who has made your life better by recommending them as a guest, or by recording a toast to them at thistoastisforyou.com. To keep us going, please tap the follow button, use the star button to rate us, and share this episode with someone who could use some good news. Then celebrate by toasting up some bread, because this toast is for you.
I hope I can fill this time to your expectation.
You totally can.
Huh?
Yeah.
She can pick up on all the dishes.
What?
Can we hold on the dishes for a minute?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, Michael.
All right. Well, you guys have.
Where are you going?
I just saw that you found the keys.
I did. I found the keys. He hasn't driven it so long, we didn't know where his keys were.
Cat's in the truck too right now.
Oh my gosh.
They're all in the truck.
We have a barn cat that adopted us, a feral cat. I'm not a big cat person. I'm a little nervous around the cat. Just a little. We took it to the vet. We got it shots. It lives outside. If we let the dogs out, they play and it chases balls. And it kills mice and hangs out at our house with heat and heated blankets and food. So the cat, we just finally put a collar on the cat because we're like, all right. Yeah. So now we have a cat, Gus. I mean, yeah, it's a girl, but its name is Gus.
Let me check in. We're well over time. Do you need to be someplace?
No, I cannot believe we've been talking for that long.